Hey guys, welcome back. Really quickly, I just wanted to kind of explain something very quickly about why it is that some people might be disliking the Teen Titans or the DC live action television series Titans. Just to quickly jump into that, I recently watched a reaction video from Ecomog, and if you haven't checked them out, please go check their channel out. They're unbelievably hilarious. But when they watched the trailer, it seemed like they were a little confused about why people were hating on it, and they seemed to think that maybe it had something to do with like the Teen Titans TV show not being like this being too dark and gritty from the Teen Titans television show. And I'm not talking about Teen Titans Go. I'm talking about the actual Teen Titans show that aired way back. To go ahead and clarify, my reason, and I can only speak to my reason, I can't talk about what everybody else is thinking, but my reasoning isn't because it's dark and gritty and serious. The comics, if you actually read the comics for Teen Titans, are very dark and gritty and serious in places, and they can be light and fun at other times. My biggest issue, and the reason why it is that I will not be watching this series, isn't because they said fuck Batman. Because if this is the moment in time where Dick Grayson as Robin is transitioning from being Robin to being Nightwing, him saying fuck Batman makes total sense. Absolute total sense in character. However, him stabbing and shooting people and killing, that is not Dick Grayson. Jason Todd, yes. Damian Wayne, absolutely. The two of them would kill some people. But Dick Grayson, not so much. No. I didn't do a chance to look it up. I'm sure Dick Grayson has actually killed people, but I don't think he did it intentionally, or he was broken mentally in some way, shape, form, or fashion when he did it. I don't think he's very intentionally gone out and tried to murder someone. Outside of like I think maybe the people that tried to kill his parents. Like, if you want to talk about like some dark, serious, gritty stuff, we've already seen Robin do that in the Batman animated TV series, and oh my God, so much good content that went on in there. And we even covered up to 3 Robins at that point in time. We'd done Dick Grayson. Uh, I know we'd had Tim Drake. I can't remember if Jason Todd was ever a part of it, and I don't believe they actually did the Joker killing Jason Todd bit in the Batman the Animated Series. Though I think if they had done it then, oh, it would have been so good. Huh. That being said, the other reason is, of course, Raven. Robin and Raven were so far from from the characters. They were depicted in such a different way than how their characters are. Like, you've disrupted the core of who their characters are. That's why I don't like them. Raven, yes, she has issues controlling her powers and stuff because her powers are based on emotion. And from what I got from the trailer, it seemed like she was far too emotional in her portrayal of Raven. Now, I'm not blaming the actress for any of this. I think this was poorly written and poorly went after. I think this was, we wanted to get something out there that was dark and gritty. That I get people wanting to go and check out dark and gritty, but if I've only seen images of like the other Titans, and the people that you really pushed for us to check out and gave us more information about were Robin and Raven, and these two characters were very, very far from their original characters in the comics, in the Teen Titans series. Like, I'm not going to count Teen Titans Go. That's like 5 to 7 year old humor, and it was made specifically for that, and people have already heckled it to death. But as far as the Teen Titans television show, yeah, they were a little they were a little different from how they are in the comics, but the core aspects of their personalities and who they are was still there. This looks like a giant departure from their from their core personality, and that's why I have such an issue with it. It's not necessarily that I don't like it being dark and gritty. Like, give me dark and gritty. I don't care. I like dark and gritty works, especially when you're in direct correlation with Batman. Like, Batman is all dark and gritty, so of course Robin being dark and gritty, that just makes sense. absolutely makes sense. And they're even doing it the same way. And Robin can be lighthearted too, but we're seeing both of those versions with Damian Wayne and Dick Grayson in the DC animated universe that's currently going on right now. When we had Son of Batman, Batman versus Robin, we really got to see it with Damian Wayne, and then when we had the two Teen Titans movies that incorporate Dick Grayson and Damian Wayne, I think you get a really good look at who those people are and their personalities. Like, while the stories can be a little bit different, and some little aspects of their personalities can be different from how they're portrayed in the comics, for the most part it's pretty spot on. So this seems like a huge departure from the original characters. I don't have a problem with most of the other stuff that you guys may think I would have a problem with, but if you can't even get the spirit of the character right, and you take too much of a departure because you think, wow, this thing would be cool, no, I'm not going to go watch that. Quit fucking with a really good character that's well established. This just seems like fan fiction writing, and I don't necessarily mind fan fiction writing, but if you're going to do it, please don't do it with well established characters. If you want to create character types like that, use your own original characters for it. Don't do it with well established, already well known characters, because when you deviate too far from that character, people will get upset. And that's essentially my issue with it. Uh, for Struggle Soldier and M Dog, I hope this explained properly my views on this. I don't necessarily like. It's okay to be different from the animated series. It's okay to be darker than the animated series. I'm not getting all bent out of shape about that. But you were asking why it was that people seemed to not like this. I wanted to give my opinion on why, and I had a lot to say that would not have been able to be summed up in a comment. And I just kind of missed the old days of video responses. So that is my 2 cents on why it is that I'm not going to be watching the Teen Titans series, or the Titans series. I will, however, pay attention to what people are saying. I'll let others who are like, give it a chance, let them watch it. But like right now, I mean, it's the same thing with Gotham. Like, I don't watch Gotham because there are too many characters that they've gotten wrong. Their personality aspects are too different from who they actually are. Like, Zaz was never a hitman. Never. Never, never, never. He was just a rich boy who lost all his money gambling to the Penguin. And he had a psychotic break and became the killer that he is. He was never a killer initially. He had no assassin training or any of that stuff. So I would say that Gotham is an alternate universe from the actual Batman series, which, if they'd have stated it was an alternate universe from the beginning, that would have been fine. That would have been absolutely fine. But they didn't, and that really bothered me. Now they could probably say it's an AU and just get away with everything that they've been doing. And I'm sure there are great moments in the Gotham franchise, but I'm not going to watch it because there's too many characters that are too far off from who they are and who they become as well. But we're supposed to be seeing the beginnings of how they become that way. But if you screw up too many characters' origin stories, I have an issue with that. So it's not just Titans; it's other properties when they get things too wrong and they've gone too far from the actual character type that this person is, that they're proclaiming this person is. That's like having Shazam and every time he turns into an adult, he just acts like a fucking adult. No, it's still Billy Batson as an adult. It's basically Tom Hanks's Big, where Tom Hanks was basically acting like a kid in an adult's body. It's not that he says Shazam and suddenly he understands how to be a moral adult and act like a proper adult. No, he's still a freaking like little kid. So if they had done that with the Shazam movie, I'd be shitting all over the Shazam movie too. It's essentially making sure you get the character right, and they haven't done that, so I have no faith in this. Okay, I've ranted long enough. I have to get to recording manga dubs and reaction videos for anime episodes, so I hope you guys are looking forward to that. We got Haikyuu coming up, my blind reaction to Monica Magica, and 5 or 6 manga dubs, starting with Ace of Diamonds. So I'll see you guys soon. For all of you who came by to listen to my rant, thank you very much. To anybody from Ecomog stream, thank you guys from the Ecomog channel. Thank you guys so much for just coming by and listening to my little 2 cents here. I hope this gave you more of an understanding about why it is that some people like myself may not be on board with what they're doing with Titans, and I hope you can understand my feelings on the matter. You don't have to agree, guys. This is just my opinion, but I want to know in the comments why it is that you guys may like it or why you may dislike it. I'm kind of curious. Please let me know down there in the comments. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the manga dubs. They should be coming up Monday. It's Saturday as I'm recording this. Later, Gators.